Hey everyone, welcome to Mom Makes Stuff. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this froggy keychain. It would be a perfect addition to your keychain family and it would look adorable on your bags, and this would make a perfect gift for someone who loves frogs just like me. So let's get started. So you will need some yarn. I'm using chenille yarn to make the frog. So these are the shades I'm using: bright green, white and pink. You will need some acrylic black yarn to add the smile or embroider the details. Then you will need safety eyes. As I mentioned, these are optional. If you don't have these, then I will teach you how to make them with the black yarn. After that, you will need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a crochet hook. I'm using 3 mm crochet hook. And then you will need some adhesive. I'm using hot glue gun. And last but not the least, you will need some stuffing. So let's get started. So with white yarn, I'm going to make a magic ring. For making a magic ring, I'm going to wrap this yarn around my fingers, make a cross on the back side, and 2 parallel strands in front. After that, I'm going to insert my crochet hook. I'm going to insert my crochet hook under the first yarn and over the second one, and then pull a loop. And then I'm going to twist it and pull another loop out of the loop on my crochet hook. And then with the help of my other hand, I'm going to take this whole thing and create tension with working yarn. So your magic ring is complete. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to make the base of the froggy. We are going to make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. So for making a single crochet, I'm going to insert my crochet hook into this circle and then pull a loop and then yarn over and pull a loop. Now you can see I have 2 loops on my crochet hook. So now I'm going to yarn over and pull through these 2 loops. So our 1 single crochet is complete. Now I'm going to make 5 more of these. So after making 6 single crochets, I'm going to pull this loop and close the magic ring. After closing the magic circle, I'm going to make a slip stitch into this very first stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1. After chaining 1, now I'm going to make 2 single crochets in every stitch, and then I will have 12 stitches in total at the end of this round. So I will show you how to do it. I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the very next stitch, and then I'm going to make another single crochet into the same stitch. So we have 2 single crochets into the first stitch. Now I'm going to make 2 single crochet in every stitch till I reach the end. So now I'm going to increase in every stitch. I know the stitches are a bit hard to see in the white yarn because it's not showing, but I will show you how to do the back and you will understand it, because it would be the darker color and we just need the center of the froggy in white for the front. After increasing every stitch, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the very first stitch, chain 1 and cut off the yarn. After making 2 rounds with white, now I'm going to make the rest of rounds with the green yarn. With the green yarn, I'm going to make a slip stitch. I'm going to wrap the yarn around my finger and pull this loop out of this working yarn. And then I'm going to pull this up and your slip knot is complete. Now I'm going to insert my crochet hook into the very first stitch. And then I'm going to insert this slip stitch we have made onto my crochet hook. And then I'm going to pull this loop inside the circle and chain one. So now we are going to make one single crochet in the same stitch and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, which means I'm going to make 1 single crochet and 1 increase in this round. One single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 and 2. And now we are going to repeat the same pattern throughout till we reach the end. Once we reach the last stitch, we are going to make a slip stitch into the very first space and chain 1. After chaining 1, I am going to make 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches and then I'm going to make an increase, which means I made 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So I'm going to repeat this. 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then 2 single crochets into the same stitch and repeat this. Once you reach the end, we are going to make a slip stitch and chain 1. Once you are done with the 4 rounds, now we are going to make 3 single crochets and after making 3 single crochets, I'm going to chain 3 and then single crochet into the second stitch from the hook and the next one and then slip stitch it into the next space. After that, I'm going to make 3 single crochets once again then I'm going to chain 3 single crochet into the 2 stitches and then I'm going to make a slip stitch into the next space. After making slip stitch, we are going to make 2 single crochets. So after making the arm, I made 2 single crochet and now I'm going to make 4 double crochet into the next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my crochet hook into the next space. And then I'm going to insert my crochet hook and pull up a loop. So you can see I have 3 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 and yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to repeat this again. Yarn over, insert my crochet hook into the magic ring, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to repeat this 2 more times. Once you complete 4 double crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch into the same stitch, into the same space we made 4 double crochet. For making slip stitch, I'm going to insert my crochet hook into the same space, and then I'm going to pull up a loop. You can see I have 2 loops on my crochet hook. Then I'm going to pull this first one out of the second one. Then I'm going to make another slip stitch into the next space. Make 2 slip stitches. Once we made the slip stitch, I'm going to yarn over and insert my crochet hook into the same space we made a slip stitch in, and then I'm going to pull up a loop. So I have 3 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So we are going to make 3 more double crochets into the same stitch. So once you make 4 double crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch into the same space. And once you make the slip stitch, we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then I'm going to chain 3. After chaining 3, I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then make a slip stitch into the next space. Now we are going to make 3 single crochet, which means I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Once you make 3 single crochet, we are going to chain 3. After chaining 3, we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then we are going to make a slip stitch into the next space. And then we are going to make 2 single crochets and make a slip stitch. Chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Going to make the back side of the frog. So for that I'm going to make a magic ring. For making a magic ring, I'm going to wrap the yarn around my fingers like this, making a cross on the back and 2 parallel strands on the front. And then I'm going to insert my crochet hook under the first one and over the second one and pull up a loop. After pulling up a loop, I'm going to twist it and then pull up a loop. Pull this loop out of the one on my hook. And then I'm going to place this whole thing in my other hand. And with this left hand of mine, I'm going to create tension in the working yarn by wrapping it around my finger. So yes, our magic ring is complete. So now I'm going to show you how to make the back of the froggy. So for that we are going to make 6 single crochets. For making 1 single crochet, we need to insert our crochet hook into the magic ring and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both these 2 loops on our crochet hook. So our 1 single crochet is complete. Now we are going to make 5 more in the magic ring. After making 6 single crochets, I am going to pull this loop to close the magic circle. After closing the magic circle, we are going to make a slip stitch into the very first space. Making a slip stitch, I am going to insert my crochet hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop. As you can see, I have 2 loops on my crochet hook. So for a slip stitch, I am going to pull this first one out of the second yarn on my hook, and then I'm going to chain 1. So after crocheting round 1, we are going to chain 1, and now we are going to increase in every stitch, which means for increasing I'm going to make 2 single crochets in same stitch. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet in the very next space, and then I'm going to make another single crochet into the same space. Now I'm going to repeat this in every stitch. I'm going to make 2 single crochets in every stitch till I reach the end of the round. After making 2 single crochets in every stitch, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the very first space stitch, and then I'm going to pull the first loop out of the second one, and then I'm going to chain 1. For the third round, I'm going to make 1 single crochet and then 1 increase, which means I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then make 2 single crochet into the second stitch. Once you complete the round, we are going to make a slip stitch and chain 1. And now we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and in the third one I'm going to make 2 single crochets. So in the third one we are going to make an increase, and we are going to repeat the same pattern. So we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then we are going to make an increase, and we are going to repeat this. Now we are going to make a slip stitch in the very first stitch, and then we're going to chain 1. For the final round, for the final fifth round, I'm going to make single crochet in every stitch. We are going to make simple single crochet in every stitch. Once you reach the end, we are going to make a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Once both back and fronts are done, now I'm going to show you how to assemble the frog. For the eyes, I'm going to use this 10 mm safety eyes. To apply a bit of adhesive, and then I'm going to paste the eye. I'm going to attach the other eye. Once you add the eyes, now we are going to embroider the details. And make a V. After making a V, we are to make a knot, the back, and cut the yarn. After adding the smile, I'm going to add some blush. And now embroider a little bit of blush on both sides. After adding the smile, I'm going to make a knot and cut the excess yarn. Now we are going to stitch both the back and front and stuff it. Now we are going to simply stitch both the back and front. So once you reach this, the arm or the feet part, we are going to insert a needle through them and then to the back, and then we are going to repeat this. Once you stitch the arms, now we have the eyes part, which we are going to stitch in the same way we stitch the arms. You are just going to pass the needle through the eye area and to the back stitch, to the back side of the froggy. I'm going to repeat this. Pass the needle through the eyes to the back. So once you almost reach the end, now we are going to stuff the froggy with the stuffing. So we are going to add this. Once you stuff the froggy, now we are going to stitch it. Make a knot and weave in the end and cut off the yarn. This is the final look. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial and I hope you guys like it. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys soon with another video tutorial. Bye.